start doing the things that are important to you. So whether that be traveling, whether that be starting a business, whether that be going back to school, whether that be fostering a new love life, whatever it is that makes you feel good, go for it. And don't let the number 50 stop you from doing it. Too many people who are not making it to this age.
Instead of you thinking, oh, my life is over, how beautiful would it be if you be like, oh my goodness, I get to do this.
Yeah.
The 50s now are not the 50s when I was 20.
I got important things to say here now. Here we are, ladies, again for another episode of the Not Your Average Auntie podcast, where we keep it real, raw, and relatable while sharing our opinions and our conversations. And we hope you join in with us and let us know what you think.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Today, we are talking about how to redefine your 50s. Now, Key, we know you're not in the 50 category yet, but you're getting
I'm on the road.
that are on the heels.
On the road to 50s.
It's on the road, naps. So as you start to think about getting into that 50 bucket, joining the 50-50 club, is there anything that you are looking to do to redefine yourself in your 50s, and what does that look like?
I am on the road. This is the last year of my 40s. Yep. I feel amazing.
50, fine and fabulous.
Ooh, baby.
Oh, girl.
Yes. I think a big part of why I feel amazing is my mindset, because I feel like this is like key 5.0. Right?
Go.
I am not looking at turning 50 as the end of my life. I'm thinking of it as what can I achieve?
Right.
What's next? You know, society likes to tell us that we're washed up, that we're less than, and as I have traditionally done many times, screw what society says. I'm gonna do me.
Exactly.
Right. This is my time to live the way I want to live and do the things I want to do, and I never felt more alive and ready to get what's mine.
And even more so unapologetically. I feel like as you get older, you stop apologizing for a lot.
Hell,
and once you hit those 50s, baby, let me tell you, even less.
You don't got to subscribe to that nonsense they talking about.
Nope, not so.
You don't
whatsoever.
Any woman out there, don't subscribe to it. Like, find a way to re-energize yourself and do you. Like, when you got, the reality is you got more days behind you that you have ahead of you. So why aren't you living? Live.
Yeah.
Do the things that you've never done before that you really wanted to do. To stop with the excuses. Oh, I can't do it because of this. You allowing that.
Yes. Yeah. Society is telling you need to wind down, you need to chill. They be talking about these aunties real bad out here. Listen, but the aunties are out here popping, okay?
Yes.
Doing a damn thing, okay?
Yes, baby.
And we right there with y'all. So let's go.
It's time to embrace your authentic self.
Thrive.
If you haven't done it before, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Because what you trying to still live fake for?
Right.
You 50 plus. Why you faking
it to impress? Exactly.
Why you faking it now?
Get so 100%.
Come on.
There's some out there that are, unfortunately, because they haven't embraced what being authentic is just yet. So, and listen, God damn it, too many people who are not making it to this age. Ooh, so let's be happy, grateful, and thankful, and live in it fully and completely. Yeah, that's my motto. Fully, completely, unapologetically. I don't owe anybody a daggone thing, and I'm gonna live like that. Chat. Yeah, Mike is all the way over there.
That's okay.
To the left. I got important things to say here now.
Sam. No, I think, there's freedom in letting go that societal expectation and just living authentically, like you said.
Yeah.
There's a sense of freedom. And I think that, to your point, there are people that feel like, oh, I got to slow down for what? If that's what you want to do, knock yourselves out. Because there's something to be said about somebody who's been on the hustle grind. Or whatever it is, and they want to take it easy. I completely understand that. Yeah. But equally, I feel like there are people that are like, there's so much more you can do. Yeah. And now you've got wisdom. Yeah. You've been around the block a few times. You know what I mean? You can, hopefully you have.
I mean, one thing I'll say, I think maybe sometimes priorities should probably shift or change as you and your 50 because that comes with growth, right?
Yeah.
The things that were important to you before probably not so much important to you now.
And vice versa. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think just taking a stock in things that you did prior to turning to 50, and this by no means says slow down, but think about the things that you did before. Are those things still meaningful for you in your 50s? And are they less important for you? Start doing the things that are important to you. So whether that be traveling, whether that be starting a business, whether that be going back to school, whether that be forcing a new love life, whatever it is that makes you feel good, go for it. And don't let the number 50 stop you from doing it.
Well, we already know. We feel like societal expectations about aging limit people. People feel that way, right? Especially women. I mean, I'm sure men feel that way to us. Maybe, I don't know, but definitely for women. So what are some ways that we can push back? Now, I have one answer for that. I think that the more images we see that debunk the myth of women
In this age bracket.
Be that image. Be one of those images.
That's what I'm getting at, right? So the more images you see where you see women that are 45, 49, 50 plus, doing it, looking fabulous, doing the thing, I think the more images you see, because let's be clear, the 50s now are not the 50s when I was 20.
Far from it.
20 years old and 15 years old. We looking different these days, babes.
Carrying ourselves,
We're looking different.
living life hopefully more fully. I think. Like I think
a lot of us
enjoying.
Absolutely.
Are apologetic.
I think we're embraced. I think it comes down to embracing it because I think before when people turn 50, they looked at it negatively. And I think now with coming to the terms of embracing your 50s and enjoying your 50s, I think that's helping it look. You're exuding something different than they did back when they were turning 50. People hated to be getting older.
Oh, they thought their life was unfair thing. And they think that their life is, and you know what? I understand how a woman can have that mindset.
Yeah.
Your body changed. And even if you had a banging body, because there's a lot of 50-year-olds that got a banging body, and there's no shade on those that get things done, because I also believe if you want to get your body done, if that's gonna make you feel good, knock yourself out. That's your. We already had this discussion.
Right.
That's your decision.
Yeah.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah.
But there are women that look fabulous at 50, right? So I think there are women that, because your body changed, they still have to work for that. You know what I mean? Like, you got to work for it.
Yeah.
So that helps contribute to, oh my God, because you don't got the same bounce back as you did when you were.
Right.
And I mean that in the good way. I'm not talking about the other bounce back, because that still exists, okay? At 50. I'm talking about just your body, right? So maybe things are, gravity has taken hold. So I think that that can help you contribute, like, oh my gosh, things are different. Menopause, perimenopause, wherever you will stand in that transition in your life, 9 times out of 10, when you're in the 50, you're in some realm of that. You might have had it beforehand, like I did, but so all those things contribute to this, that, you the grays start popping up. You may think, people looking at you different. Move a little bit different. So all these, I understand why that can have an effect on how you feel about yourself. But again, it's not like you die tomorrow. You hope you got time to live.
Yes.
Instead of you thinking, oh, my life is over, how beautiful would it be if you be like, oh my goodness, I get to do this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Come on.
Stop. Don't look at it in a negative way.
Kids are grown. It's just you. Or your significant other.
I mean, some people are having babies in their 50s. Shit.
So well.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Go needs that works for you. Go right ahead.
Like we said, live your life, do whatever you want to do, but just enjoy it. But yeah, I definitely think that the way people are looking at 50 now versus how people looked at 50 then is very different. They're embracing it. They are enjoying it. They are dressing their bustle up.
I love it.
They are doing a damn thing out there. They're traveling. They're dating down. Some people, they're like dating. I mean, 10, 20 years. That's a huge number.
That's a bit much.
But to each his own. In any case, the vision that we're seeing at 50 is very positive, and I wish that was probably something that was demonstrated when other people that is turning 50, because they looked at it so negatively, and people called them, oh, God damn it, we ain't old.
And listen, some people will still, like, you get the haters. You know, they'll be like, oh, those old ladies, the oldest.
Person that comments and talking about we washed up, baby, we far from washed.
Baby, far from it. Please, I ain't even think of, don't even get me. You asking for money on his damn Cash App. How you want to pay? You asking for money? You a brokey?
You out here begging for money, talking about people washed up. Man, you washed up.
And I mean, that stuff doesn't bother me, because to me, that is someone that just has a belief. Something that we said triggered them. I ain't got time for them low lives. I'm gonna call it like I say. Y'all coming. I got thick skin. We all do. So you know, I ain't got time for that. You know,
we laughed that thing off and just kept it moving.
But my thing is, like, people, be careful when, and I'm gonna say this. I was one. You know, I had to change my vernacular and how I talked about women that were older than me, because I would easily come out, not to be diminishing of them, but old, you know, old this, or you acting old or whatever. And I had to think, because that was when I was in my 20s, like, I'm going to get there one day.
Oh, God willing.
God willing, right? So I had to change that mindset of how I refer to an older woman. Yeah. Do I feel like 50's old? No, I don't. I don't know. And I guess I always use the same example. Like, when I spoke to my grandmother when she was alive, she died when she was 98 years old. Like, if I made a joke to her, say, oh, Grandma, I feel like I'm getting old, right? She was like, girl, go sit down somewhere.
Please, and thank you.
You know what I mean? So that put things in perspective for me, because she lived to be 98. I would love it. Now, she always says, you say that now until you get there, because there's something to be said about that too, because she outlived almost all of her kids and all of her friends. So that's isn't that, I don't want to make this morbid. No, I know when you think about it. Like, beautiful. She lived a full life, but then it could be a long.
I hate to say those words, lived a full life, because some people, you know, you never know what their life was like. Yeah. But to see 98 is beautiful to me. Some people don't make it there. And we're seeing a lot of that today, that people are not making it past 50.
They didn't even make it 250.
Right. They make it 250. So 98 is beautiful to me. And God bless her. You gotta live.
And you gotta lose that. You know what? I'm gonna ask a question.
No more.
Now, because I was gonna say lose this limiting belief, but now I'm gonna flip it. What's a limiting belief about life after 50 that you had to let go of? Now that, because you both are over 50 now, right? So now, what is something that you had to let go of?
The gray hairs.
But that's a limiting belief. A limiting belief.
Yeah, that once you see gray hairs, is all downhill from here.
Girl.
Mine was, and then it came to fruition. Home ownership. Like, I didn't want to buy a home later in my life.
Okay.
It's like, I'm like, if I wanted to do that younger, because I wanted to be done paying for that shit right now. But here we are, done it, and thankful and grateful and glad I did. But there was a time I had it was two things. I didn't want to buy a house over a certain age, and I didn't want to buy a house as a single woman. And I had to let those things go.
I'm happy you did.
Me too.
I'm happy you did.
Me too.
You know, a lot of people will have a fear with that.
Yeah.
My aunt, she's 70, and she just bought her house.
Oh, wow.
Right? So you just got to let that go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's okay, you know? Because
you'll figure it out. You're going to figure it out.
Yeah. You know?
Yep, exactly.
Figure it out, you know? So what's one bold decision you've made in your 50s that changed your life?
Bold decisions.
That you made in your 50s.
Starting this damn podcast.
Yes. That'd be about it right now, yeah.
Okay, it'll change your life.
It's changing. It has. And I'll tell you why it has. We talked about this before. I'm not the most vocal person. I do not like to do public speaking. And it's helping me. It's helping me personally. It's helping me professionally. So, yeah, starting this podcast.
Okay. Okay. Hercules. I love it. I absolutely love to hear stories of people that have overcome their fears and was able to accomplish things.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so much you can learn about yourself, you know. I actually, it revs me up.
Mm-hmm.
I love that stuff. I love to hear it. I love, as you know, anybody who's an underdog, I love to hear their triumph stories. You know, it's rejuvenating, it's inspiring, and it just goes to show you that your imagination can take you so many places.
Yes.
If you just allow yourself to let go of the fear and then imagine something. Your mind is so powerful. Once you see it and you execute against that vision.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And to do that, you gotta step out your comfort zone.
That is about your comfort zone. I love it. Absolutely love it. How do you stay motivated to chase your goals and dreams at this age in life?
Stay around positive people.
Yeah. For me, it's definitely being around people with a similar mindset, people that can help and encourage and support you.
Yeah.
Yes, as you need that. And just researching and finding resources that'll help you to keep going, whether it be motivational, spiritual, whatever it is to help you. Just keep digging deeper and deeper and deeper and keep going forward. So, yeah.
I agree with both of you. And I also think that there's certain people that once they turn this age of 50, they start to reduce their level of risk of trying new things.
Okay.
Especially if it's a financial component, because they feel like, well, I gotta save up. You know, I gotta make sure of my retirement. While I understand that.
Yeah, because I don't want to be going back to work after I retire, and I feel sorry for people who do. But
Or
also
have to,
but I still don't think you should stifle yourself.
I think you sometimes you got to take a chance on things, because what if you did that and it puts you in a bad financial situation?
Right.
So I don't know.
I know, like we're not encouraging you out here go throw all your savings into something. But
no,
what we're saying is take a risk, a smart risk, right? Take a smart risk, and hopefully it all turns out well for you. But don't feel like you can't take the risk,
especially when it comes to something that you're passionate about.
Exactly.
Because I think it's gonna be fruitful. If you're passionate and you pour into it, it's gonna happen.
It'll happen. It'll be a success if you work it, for sure.
So what are some things that you do to refine that or redefine that?
Redefine. What do you mean?
Just your mindset. What things can you do to keep the mind going and keep it sharp so you are thinking positive and moving forward with whatever dreams or desires you have?
I think for me, it's just knowing that I got more to do. I believe there's more for me to live out my potential.
Okay.
And so I'm not going to ever let anybody take that away from me. So I'm always going to act on it. And the moment, if I ever feel like I have some sort of break in confidence, again, I'm going to try to, where's that coming from? And let me just fill myself with positivity, because I firmly believe in terms of like taking risk or just, you know, trying to live out your dreams or whatever. I just believe if God plants a thought in your mind, you are capable of carrying it out.
Yeah.
If he gives you that thought, you have the gift to take it out. You just gotta figure out a way to maneuver and get it out of you.
Yeah, and believe that
you can do it.
Yeah.
If he planted it in your head, you can do it. But sometimes we get the thought, I thought of that, and then you didn't do nothing with it. Now someone else done went and they're not, you know. So
you talked to somebody else about it, and they wouldn't do, and you didn't do anything.
But they did.
And what do you do? Sitting back now, you mad?
You got to act on it. You got to act on it, you know. So I believe, really, again, surrounding yourself with people that are movers and shakers too. And there's so many that even at 50 plus, they're making it happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I think, again, I'll say this to the cows, but the more you consume, get more knowledge of people that are actually doing the things that you want to do, or whether it's women that's looking a certain way that you want to look, and you just consuming, you're going to figure out a way. It'll help you stay on your path.
Yeah. Yep.
So when you see that, you know, women over 50 don't got to be frumpy and whatever, they can be looking great, or maybe they're very shapely and they just have this level of confidence. Like they're not that whole washed up, you're old, you're this. To me, I don't even pay attention to that stuff. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's said that women get more confident as they get older. Most women get more confident as they get older, because that comes with them starting to understand who they are.
But then I'm gonna Gotta do what you gotta do. But then there's this thing where some women over 50 feel invisible, right? So there's a thing where, sometimes they struggle with feeling invisible, especially when they get around younger women. And I always say, or they feel like they're overlooked as they age. They're overlooked, they're invisible. And I guess to that is like, check your environment. Like, what circles are you frequenting if you feel that way?
Yeah. And don't go there. Don't go to those places. Go someplace where you can feel like you're being seen and being heard.
Absolutely.
Why put yourself in a place that's going to reduce your confidence or make you feel less than who you are.
And it also, this may hurt a little bit, but, I'm going to say it like I say, but you also got to check how you show up, because if you're feeling inadequate, that's going to show up. You're going to show up that way,
and you're going to get treated that way.
And you know what I mean? Yeah. So you got to check that. Check yourself. Like, was I showing up in my full confidence self? Was I? And listen, some of the stuff we're saying, you're still going to be. I still feel invisible. I still feel. You might need to go see somebody about that.
Yeah.
Because it's not all 50-year-olds feel that way, and sometimes people, they sit on that. They're like, I feel this way, so all the 50-year-olds feel this way.
Don't generalize, please. I can't.
So many general that drives me crazy. It's like, no, you feel that way. I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way, child.
I have embraced every decade of my life thus far, and I feel like I'm getting better in each of those each year. I actually feel like I'm getting better as a person, understanding and knowing who I am. Like 40s, I say 40s was my best decade. 50s is even better for me. So,
I love it. Have either of you ever faced any criticism or doubt for a bold decision that you may have made in your 50s?
So far, no.
Mm-mm. Some people say, you doing that? You wearing that? Girl, you...
It wasn't in my 50s, but I had gotten my braces in my 40s, and people was like, why are you getting braces in your 40s? You're like 40 years old. Because I was wanting braces in my damn 40s.
Exactly.
I haven't had anything in my 50s yet, but I don't know if they consider getting braces as a bold move. It was bold to me at that moment because, again, I wanted them done. I wanted my DT straight.
People be saying the weirdest, crazy stuff. It's like, you want to walk around crooked teeth, then knock yourself out, bro. That's not me. I ain't trying to do it,
Yeah, I haven't, outside of that, no.
Okay.
Oh, God, here come another one.
No. So what does success mean to you now versus what it meant to you in your 20s, your 30s, and your 40s?
I feel like we talked about this before in another topic. And I probably won't even answer it the same because it's probably changed since then.
Mm-hmm.
When you say success, is it all-encompassing or...
Whatever it means to you. It says, what does success mean to you now versus what it meant to you in your 20s, 30s, and 40s? If I have to put some I could give you my...
Go on.
Right, even though... Well, I said 20s and 30s and 40s. I ain't 50 yet. That's why I said that. So, personally, success in my 20s meant making enough money beyond paying the bills.
Okay.
That was... I just needed to... Let me get that so I can get a sense of what discretionary funds look like. Right? Success in my 30s meant acquiring more assets than liabilities, even though I was able to do that in my 20s, but I wanted to do more. But I wasn't able to do more like I thought I was in my 30s because I had limiting beliefs. That's I'm gonna call it out, right? I had to overcome that.
Yeah.
Success in my 40s meant securing more assets because it enables me to have financial freedom. So that's, to me, the more I could do that, it's such a freeing feeling.
I was thinking, I guess, broader because yours all seem to be correlating on finances. Because in my 20s, child, please, babies, just making it work, making it happen. But it was a happy, healthy family for me, a thriving family for me at that time because finances were not where I wanted it to be. In my 30s, there was some finances there for me because then at that time, it was having healthy, happy children because of the demise of my marriage.
Got it.
So to me, it was making sure my babies were okay as a result of that and being able to financially take care of them on my own, which was also challenging, but I did it. So I felt successful in that. In my 40s, it was starting my own business and finding love again and growing in my job. Today, so promotion, and being more seen and valued at work. So those are a couple of things for me.
I like it. I love it.
Well, mine was a little different because I was a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
So 20s to 40s, it was pretty much just trying to be a good mom,
Mm-hmm.
making sure I did things to keep us afloat.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say I sacrificed my career. I was comfortable in where I was at.
Got it.
I didn't put effort like I should have. Now that I am a nester or
Empty nester.
now, I'm trying to focus more on me.
As
Finances, yes.
Mhm.
Finances is still not, I just want to live comfortably. I don't need to be filthy rich. It would be nice if it happens, but I'm comfortable with making sure that all my bills are on auto pay and I got money.
That's
success.
That's it.
Some people can't do that. That's success.
It's been like that for years and I'm trying to keep it that way. And as long as that happens and I got a little left afterwards to do some things I would like to do, I'm all right with that.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And the podcast has really been something that's my focus other than my career.
Yeah.
And I've never had that before and I'm enjoying it.
Good. Yay! I love it. I love it. And cool.
What are you going to continue to build on as you continue to, God willing, make it beyond your 50s? Keep on growing.
At some point, I do want to start my own business. That's something that now I'm really trying to pay attention to. I never gave it that much thought before.
Mm-hmm.
I was so busy on working for someone else that I never. So now it's just a matter of, because I have so many different skill sets, I'm trying to zone in on which one would work and where I would be happy and enjoy it as I'm doing it. So that's I guess would be the only thing I struggle with. Which direction should I go in?
Okay.
Well, you got friends and family here to help you, girlie.
Yeah. Absolutely. The best thing is you have, like I said, if you got the idea, you just got to flesh it out and get moving on it. Because sometimes you can start something and the fact that you took the leap and you got it going, it may be, you may do it and be like, you know what, I don't really love this. But now it sparks something else that you're like, I kind of want to go this direction. But you would have never got there if you didn't
do it this way.
So sometimes those things happen for people. You know?
Yeah.
So it's okay. It's about just trying things out and figuring out. Listen, you got a lifetime left. You know, whatever that may be. If you don't take the leap, you be wondering when you're 65, 75, I should have did.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
No,
We ain't doing that over here.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
let's get them out then. Let's redefine what the 50s are. That whole life is over it's fake.
Let the aunties know, how are you enjoying your 50s and beyond, or approaching 50 and beyond years? What are you doing to live a happy, healthy, and full life and embrace the blessing
The next
of
step.
aging and getting older?
Because life is meant to be lived, baby.
Or the next chapter, so to
Next
speak.
chapter. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do it.